Hey, what's up, guys? This is Traveling Eddie, and this vlog today is a special vlog. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you have a nice roof over your head, over your heads, each one of you that are watching this. Hope you're feeling happy-go-lucky and all, and just blessings to all of you. So I'm gonna just point the camera away from me while we walk and talk. And as you already saw, the title, it's about that. It's about being homeless. Something I had thought about, meditated on a few times over my life so far, but very few times. This is Colombia, just in case you want to get your bearings straight. This is Colombia. I'm in Envigado, and so let's continue. Homelessness. I mean, how many of you have ever been homeless? How many of you have ever been homeless? That you say, I didn't have a roof over my head. That you had to live on the street. How many? Please leave your answers down below in the box. Hola, ¿cómo le va? Qué bien. And so, how many of you have been homeless? This is one thing I don't like about drivers and riders in Colombia. They have no respect for pedestrians. This is a pedestrian walk, and you gotta basically throw yourself in front of them sometimes. It's December, as you can see, the lights are up. It's December. So, leave your answers below. How many of you have been homeless? Meaning, no place to sleep under a roof. That you had to sleep on the street. You had nothing. Maybe you were under the bridge, Red Hot Chili Peppers style. And I'm not being a joker. I'm just giving a reference point in terms of a song and whatever, so you can maybe get your bearings straight a little more. I had never had that experience until Los Angeles, California, back on December 1st. Never expected that to happen in my life, really. I had thought about it, about things going on, but I never thought it would be a reality. So, let me give you some details. Let me give you some information. Talking about worldwide. Do you know how many people are homeless, have no home worldwide? How many people? 150 million people are homeless worldwide, according to a I don't know if it was 2015 or 2017 survey. 150 million people. Gatico bonito. Hi, kitty. Yeah. He has a home. No le gusta la cámara. He's camera shy. And he's not a homeless kitty. Okay, I gotta put a little joke on it. He's not a homeless kitty. You know, there are homeless cats and dogs too. But 150 million people worldwide are homeless. And in the United States alone, I read a report that on any given night, 553,000 people, 500,000 people, 553,000 people are homeless on one given night, according to a 2017 survey. That I remember because I just did the research 20 minutes ago about all of that. So, 553,000 people, 500,000 people, homeless on a given night. And a statistic that I also read about 2019, that Washington, D.C. had one of the largest homeless percentages in the whole country. They said 16.6% of the D.C. population, D.C., the capital of the U.S., were homeless. And what constitutes homelessness in terms of people? Who are the people that are in that bracket of homelessness? That's men, women, Families, an entire family living on the street. Not that you're homeless because you don't have a home, but you're sleeping at somebody's home, or you're at some homeless shelter. No, you have a roof over your head. If you are sleeping at some homeless shelter, daily, you're not sleeping on the street. But many people don't want to sleep at a homeless shelter because there are too many rules and they want to be free. Or some people, at least what somebody told me when I was in Los Angeles. My friend Kev told me that. Kev, because he's done the research and everything, and he's talked to people. At least that's what I gather. Senior citizens. So men, women, men, families, senior citizens, veterans, people who have fought for the United States of America. There are veterans like that all over the world too that are homeless, not just in the U.S. But I'm just giving you some information about the U.S. In other countries, here, Colombia, in Peru, in India, in Japan, whatever. Some percentages are big, some are small. It depends on the country and all the social situation, cultural stuff, political stuff, financial situation going on. You know, everything. Financial status, everything. Drug use. And also drug addicts, but drug addicts don't account for a big part of it. According to the information I read. It might be wrong, but that's the research I got initially. That's the information I initially got. And the mentally ill. So, that said, with some information, some background information, I was homeless for a night. Just one night. I didn't have a roof over my head. I had to sleep on the street. I had to sleep on the street for one night. How did that happen? How did that happen? Let me tell you how it happened. I was in Los Angeles back on December 1st. I had, was it December 1st? No, I think it was November 30th. I crossed over from Tijuana, Mexico to San Isidro on November 30th. It was on Tuesday, November 30th. That's right. That's right. That's wrong. No, it was on December 1st. See, that's why I'm doing this video now, while I still have, a week later, I still have this information fresh in my head. Because I start forgetting things, and then the information won't be as accurate. I won't be telling such an accurate story about what happened. It was on December 1st. Yeah, because on December 2nd, the following day, I caught a flight from Los Angeles International, LAX, to Florida, and from Florida, Fort Lauderdale, to Rio Negro. Rio Negro is the city where the airport is located, on the other side of these mountains, all the way on the other side of these mountains, that way east. That's why they call it Eastern Antioquia, El Oriente Antioqueño, the Antioqueñan East, and to come down to Medellin. And I arrived here on December 3rd, on Friday. December 3rd. So, I had arrived in Los Angeles on December 1st. Yeah. After I went through San Diego and all that and did some vlogs there, and I did a live stream in Las Vegas on Venice Beach with Kev TV and everything. And then Kev took me back to downtown because I was going to stay at a place called the Freehand Hotel. It's a hostel too, because they have rooms they cater to, but each room is $70 a night for a bed, not for the room, for the bed. For the bed. Wow. For the bed. I'm thinking a little bit of Life with David. He's a YouTuber from Texas with Mexican heritage, and he's been living here in Colombia for 6 years, doing visa runs. Right now he's in Panama with his girlfriend Nati. So, yo, Life with David, what's up, man? I'm back in Colombia. I hope you do well in Panama, and you can come back to Colombia ASAP, as soon as possible, because this is an awesome place, and Life with David lives in here in Medellin, not in Envigado, but Medellin. This place, I used to buy a lot of stuff here every weekend. It's a famous place. So Kev, after we saw Venice Beach, and I did the live video there, the live stream, and then we visited the Santa Monica Pier. So we went back. He took me back. Very cool guy. Kev, once again, Kev TV, the Korean American. Yo, man, thanks a lot. I appreciate everything you did for me, buddy. Thanks a lot. And you're probably just getting this news now too, because I just didn't want to talk to anybody about it. I haven't talked to anybody about it. This is the first time I'm talking about it after I've shown the 2 videos you guys seen, and this is the explanation as to what happened. And so what happened? He took me back. I had made the reservation, booked it, but not paid for it because supposedly I could pay there in cash. And I had my credit card, but my credit card was maxed out. And I had my debit card from Colombia here, from the bank. And I had plenty of money in it. Well, not a lot of money. I was running on E, traveling, running on empty. So I went back. Kev left me and everything. It was cool. We had a good time. So I go in and I had cash. I had cash on me. I had money. So I went to pay. I told the guy, he said, okay, yeah, we have your booking here and everything. We have your booking. And when I went to pay, I went to give him the cash. And the guy says, oh no, we don't take cash. We're not taking cash anymore at our sites here. I'm like, what, really? I was like, no way. How can that be true? I said, okay, all right, no problem. Let's try my credit card, though I don't think my credit card is gonna things like something. And he said, why don't you transfer the funds? He says, why don't you transfer funds to your credit card? I said, it doesn't work like that for me. It's already after banking hours. It was 8 p.m. And if I pay for it, it doesn't show up anyway until the next day. It takes like 24 hours for it to register. So my credit card can have some space freed up, some credit freed up so that I can pay for one of the typical little fondas or corner bars here in Colombia, here in Envigado. And don't do what I just did. You guys have to be very careful crossing the street here and everything. You're not going to be homeless on the street, but you're going to be laid flat on the street because they'll run over you. I'm just like still thinking I'm in Mexico with people who are very respectful. The drivers and motorcycle riders are very respectful in general, except for Mexico City. That place sucks for crossing the street when you think you got the right of way. The rest of Mexico, super awesome people in terms of respect for the pedestrian, for the person who's walking, crossing the crosswalk like here. And in the States too, still very respectful. But Colombia, one of the negative points. And so I go back. So nope, couldn't do the credit card thing because it would be the next day. And I'm like, what am I going to pay that for? I'm running on empty, but I still got money. And the States, being in the States, is mad expensive, crazy expensive for somebody who's earning Colombian pesos, like me as an English language teacher. It's good here if I live here, but it's not good if I'm traveling abroad in terms of the money conversion and what something costs here. Look at this, 990 pesos for a pound of bananas. A pound of bananas, 990 pesos. That's 25 cents on the US dollar for a pound of bananas. But a pound of bananas in the States, you tell me how much it costs. It's surely not going to go for 25 cents a pound. It's going to be at least triple. 75 cents, I would imagine. So, I go to the guy, okay, let's use my debit card. I was like, cool, come and collect it, $70. I still got like about $400 in my bank account at this moment. And I'm not getting paid until December because the company I used to work for, I'm not going to mention their name, we parted ways. If you want to see that video, it's called My Great Resignation. I did it in Puerto Vallarta. I uploaded it like 2 weeks ago, back on like November 21st or something. I don't remember exactly. So I told him, okay, here's my debit card. Here's my bank card. Run this. Swipe it. And he tried it, nothing. He said, well, this kind of chip we don't read anymore. What are you kidding me? What? I used it at ATM machines in Mexico the whole time. Used it in India when I was there back in 2019. But no, not in the hotel. It doesn't read this kind of chip. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I look at the big picture of things. The universe wanted me to experience a night of truly being homeless. A night of truly being homeless. It's getting dark here now. It's about 6 p.m. The sun always sets around the same time. About a 15-20 minute window depending on the time of the year. And the same thing for sunrise. It's about a 20-minute window in the morning. It's not like in North America or in other parts of the world where the daylight savings time thing happens and whatnot. So, don't run the red light, and they still do it anyhow. Idiots. Anyway, so, no, couldn't stay in there, so I went into, I'm like, oh crap, what do I do? And then the only solution I had, I didn't want to bother anybody anymore. My brother had already done a big favor for me 2 days before and everything with Bunny and all that. Now I didn't want to bother Kev or anybody else. I said, let me just take this like a man, as they say. Take it like a man, like Macho Man Randy Savage, and drop the elbow on somebody. So I dropped it on myself, right? That's all. I'm walking towards the park, the main square here in Envigado. You'll see it in a moment. So I went out. I'm thinking, and before I left, I asked the dude, "Hey, yo, what? Is there a cheap hotel around here? A cheap hotel, a motel, or something?" He goes, "No, they're all pretty expensive. $180, $190 a night or more, plus tax." I'm like, "Hell no! That'll definitely like kill the rest of my finances I need for the rest of December and January. Plus the money I'm going to get paid by the company that I used to work for. They still owe me October, and they haven't paid me to this date. Today's December 6th. Well, I haven't checked today, but they hadn't paid me until yesterday, which is Sunday, and a couple of other people. But hey, they're way behind schedule. They're 2 weeks behind schedule on that, and that's what it is. But I don't work for them anymore, so I'm not a priority. I'm the last one they have to worry about. They take care of the people that are the yes men. So I said, this sucks. What am I gonna do? I said, I'm not just gonna tough it up and sleep on the street. So I'm walking around there downtown Los Angeles, right there by Flower Street and 7th or 8th. So I'm like there, okay, yeah. So I'm there, and I'm hanging out at this one place, and you already saw the video anyway, the 2 videos I made about that. That was real, no BS. If you don't want to believe me, don't believe me. Don't even believe me, do not believe me. Just look at it and see what you think. Do you think that is possible what I did, or did I just pretend? If you don't believe it, if you don't see that it is the truth, it's okay. I'm okay with it. So I'm gonna cut this right here, and I'm gonna tell you my experience that night. Talk about the experience. Make this a 2-part video because it's already quite long. Stay tuned for the second part. Here from the park in Envigado.